do with you. Let's not have this war carry on. Excellent, they're working on RC. They'll be able to convert it back, so it'll be less trouble for Adal when they take it. I want Adal to be big and strong. I don't actually want to make them a march, but with their... They now have a couple of good military leaders, so hopefully they tech up and they become a real powerhouse for me to expand my ambitions north. The downside is, though, that this land counts as Asia, so I'm going to want a land route to it, but that's okay. That's more than okay. I have what I need. Specifically this little dude sitting here. In fact, I'll need to make a claim on him. We almost have good enough relations with you. You think you can take me? You need a bigger navy. The cog wall cannot be stopped. Jake, can you explain the Swedish strategy joke? I think there's some kind of cruel joke that when the Swedish get involved in a battle, they just kind of sit at the sidelines and don't attack. Bear in mind, I garnered all this information from one Poland Ball comic I saw, so it may or may not be true. Maybe truth doesn't come into it, but perhaps not accurate. Now we're in no hurry, so I can afford just to sit back and watch Ethiopia burn. There's no problems here. Besides, if we really pushed it, we might not be able to get Arsi converted to Sunni first. I need to think about what I want. I will probably just pile drive all this land into Adal. If Adal have any rebel problems, I'll just help them out, because I am benevolent like that. Although, there is a slight chance that I'll get a core on these provinces. Oh my, Kaffa. GG, well played. I feel kind of bad that I'm not exploring, but I just don't have much confidence in my ability to explore around here. Well, we'll try our hand at it. Worst case scenario, the explorer dies, and I don't think he has much life left in him anyway. Go for it, man. Go for it. Jake, when you have a vassal and want to sell him a province but he won't buy it, all you have to do is core it and he will buy it. As if it is his core, it will become his core when he buys it, but you will lose your core. I believe they fixed that. You can no longer sell provinces outside of their coring range to vassals, even if it's your core. Oi, 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 what you doing, mate? You stop that right now. Okay, so looks like we are due a peasant revolt quite soon. I wonder where we'll get them. Kind of exciting to think about, isn't it? I hope we get it soon. Oh man, they beat me to the punch. So where are the peasants? Okay, so the main problem are these two provinces. We consider that one is... they're both desert, so... no problem. Jake, the Castile colony, thanks for the reminder. Still got a wee bit to go. Well, we're going for high piety. Look at that, back to being Sunni as it should be. Come now, I want those peasants to revolt fairly soon. Like, really soon. 24% chance it'll raise up, so estimated time is in about 1 year. Yeah, I don't think this colonist, this explorer is going to survive. Maybe, just maybe, we can get him back in time if we don't get greedy. Right, curiously, how much does it cost to enact harsh treatment? The cost of harsh treatment has gone through the roof lately. So if I wanted to, it would take 120 to only delay it by a slight amount. I feel that that's a little, wrong. Like I said, this is just a buffer province between myself and the Mamluks. I actually want them to survive. allies have a tendency of piecing out way too early. Let's hope that our good friend the Mamluks don't do that to us. I wonder if you can make it in time. Apparently you'll make it in October, June, July, August, September, October. 3 months, 3 times that. Touch and go, especially since one of them is an ocean province. I know it's faster that way, but what if we don't take the stupid route that takes us through ocean provinces? Still October. Too good. Alright, bracing myself for peasant rebels. Everybody's really panicking over this Castilian colony. Look, it's fine, as long as they don't get an event. There'll be no problem. One issue is that you can't westernize whilst overextended. Oh no, another problem is that it's not going to grow very quickly. No, hold on. It wouldn't be too bad. We have land of opportunity, so it would grow by about 25 a year. We would still be okay-ish. Provided Castile didn't, you know, actually land a half-decent naval landing on us. Did I get you? Did I get that fleet basing rights? Let's get them now. Let's stop supporting those rebs. There's no need to anymore. And gee, I've been a bit slow on this. This could cost me like 2 war exhaustion and 2 no, hold on, it might not. It might not. Amazonas. Yeah, we can do this. Ethiopia's not so hot, is he? No, Ethiopia is far from hot. Amazonas, transfer trade, get the Ethiopian guy there. He will arrive in not too long, actually, all things considered. On we go. And unbelievably, our ship made it back. Meanwhile, the war rages on. Jake, how are you doing today? I'm doing real good, thank you very much. Okay, now I need it to slow down with that, those settlers there. Oh, not this again. Horrible. Okay, that's growing tremendously quickly. Huh? I can't fabricate a trade conflict. Hold on, it needs the turn of the month to figure out how much trade power I have in that trade node. Now I can justify a trade conflict, but I think it takes a while. Yeah, it takes a year. Damn. If I'd been faster, I could have and should have fabricated my trade conflict here, so that I could use that as my CB against Castile. But I was a fool, I did not. It's just going to have to be in Nocassus. And the closer we can get that to the right amount of settlers, the better, so there's no point in even having you there. Unless this miraculously gets no ticks for the next few months. Well, hey, I wasn't lucky with the gold. Maybe I can get lucky with this. Alright, balancing quite a lot of things here at once. Jeez, that's unfortunate. It's very close. Very, very close. Well, I'll still take it. They have a lot of friends. They're probably going to come and try and kick my ass. Hopefully they don't know about me. God wills it. Jake, can't you do a support rebels war? Did not think about that, did I? Well, you can't think about them all. Thank goodness you didn't get exiled. That would have been horrible. The colony is now ours. It's going to grow very, very slowly. But we might get lucky with... I certainly don't want you recruiting troops there. Who knows, this might dissuade you from coming along. Or it might really persuade you. In any case, now we're in a bit of a rut. I can't remember. Do you need a certain amount of stability to westernize? I honestly can't remember. It might be better for me to keep this low stability already. Well, for now. Who knows? Jake, how's religion in Europe? That's a good question. Also, welcome peasants. Not many of you, though. Gee, Mutapa have their problems, though. Religion in Europe. Okay, Ulster is a Protestant home. Yep, the good old Protestant Roma. As you do. Even harder to change back. Hold on, no? Yes? No, it is Protestant, of course. Really feeling the lack of leadership here. Really feeling the lack of leadership here. I don't want any of these peasants winning, so this could be painful. Save me, my vassals. You two Mamluks, help me out here. We can get Hunj out of this war easily enough. It's going to take a disappointingly long time to get that colony up and running, but needs must. Jake, I thought westernizing was pointless. So far from it. Okay, our manpower took a bit of a shunt there. But a few mercs should ease the pain. Should, we hope. Part of the advantage is that my my tech is pretty low. Does that really sound like an advantage? Let's take the easy ones whilst we can, but we do want to be colonizing. Perhaps not there. Perhaps we should get the good islands whilst we can. There's good base tax after all, even with the penalties. We'll get you for now. Trying to think through all the things that I need to do very swiftly. No, forget it, we'll go for the Maldives. The Maldives are great. That'll be a great stepping stone to the rest of Asia. Right, so this province seems to be taken down the fastest. We'll take care of it. That's bad news. That's really bad news. If Castile take back that colony, it'll all be for naught. But that's only if they actually take it back. We can potentially snipe it. But I'm going to want you to be able to run away. So we'll go this way. Hopefully the natives don't rise up as well, because that would be horrible. Jake, what do the different colours in the war score mean? I think it means whether or not you're getting ticking war score from having the war goal. Right, let's get our king on the case. Hopefully he doesn't die and cost us 2 stability. Ah, Mamluks! They're calling us into another war. The Ottoman reconquest. Of what? Oh, I see it now. Well, I'm Mamluks' only friend. And that's about to change, because Mamluks now have no friends. Thanks for helping me in this war, Mamluks. I really appreciated it. Up until the point where you were no longer useful to me. Right, so the question is, does Castile know about this province? I don't think they do, because you don't really discover provinces that are only adjacent to colonies unless you're Russia. So with a bit of luck, we'll get this colony up and on the go before Castile take it back. Quite a lot hinging on luck here. This could just cripple my country, but that's okay. I like the idea. We'll defeat all that oppose us. Oh no. Natives damaged our colony. In fact, they did it quite badly. We should kill them. Now we're in a bit of a rut. This colony is going to take forever to finish now. And it's costing us a ton of money in colonial maintenance. Which, if anything, tells me I should give up on the Maldives. Try to save our balance for a bit. Okay, I messed up. I should have kept troops here, but I thought Castile would march in on me. But apparently Castile are not interested. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Matapa are getting wrecked by Rebs, but that's okay. They'll still be integrated by me all the same. And our country is saved. The, Shia Zealots? Okay, if you say so. Ah, must be from Hunj. Same Hunj that we are about to peace out with, and remember, I don't need anything out of you, so I'll just take your war reparations and what little dosh you have. Works for me, because I don't need your stuff. Yeah, we'll leave that 1,000 there. And our boats. Let's get them all back. And the mercs were just there as a temporary stopgap. And the rest of that we can just take back. There we go, everybody wins, especially Mogadishu. Now, trouble will be piecing out you. What will you want? 10% of our income each month to pay for war reparations. Hey, you know what? I'll take that. But you can't have my money as well, so I'm going to build all the boats I can. Where is autoclicker.exe when you need it? That's a bit harsh. I don't want to even give them 9 ducats. Question is, how cheap can you get? And there we go, 39 ducats, which is just one loan's worth of money, and we'll give them war reparations for 10 years. That's okay. Hell, I get a free colony out of it. I mean, I'm going to have to weather that colony for quite some time, which is extremely unfortunate, but we'll take it. So we now pay Castile war reparations, but that's alright. We now have a colony, which will core soon enough. Station some men there, not that it makes any difference. Yeah, it's going to take about slightly less than 10 years for it to complete, unfortunately. And it's the wrong culture, and the wrong religion. But this is just stuff we're going to have to deal with. Now we're getting call for peace from Ethiopia. And I don't want your Sunni zealots. Please get off my land. Ah, the wrong province for me to get that in. However, watch this. Might be a bit risky and silly, but we'll get rid of that colony. And I was hoping it would suddenly give it to our other colony, but it appears not. What a waste. I'm going to try reloading just in case it works for that. Remember, I'm learning as we go along here as well. Otherwise, I just wasted a whole lot of investment on a colony. And my game has crashed. Well, good a time as ever for a water break. I shall be back in just a couple minutes. Okay, so I had a quick look at that event that I tried to game for my own benefit. Unfortunately, one of the triggers is having a colonist in the province. So I just abandoned a colony for absolutely nothing. What a shame. What is more, I won't be able to get that event back just from this other place. So you win some, and you most assuredly lose some. I was hoping that could save me about 10 years, and in fact, it just cost me a bit. But we'll just have to roll with it. Now, what do we do with you? I think what we're going to do is transfer pretty much all of these over to Adal. Try to make Adal a good bit stronger. Don't really want to give him much Coptic land, but needs must. Jeez, there's a lot of Coptic land here. But all inside our culture group. However, I want that province for myself. Oh ho, I can take my own claims for free. Okay, they don't cost me dip points. How does that look? Probably not good enough. Shame we can't get these sunny lands back to him, but he's probably going to have a bit of trouble converting them himself. Whereas we have complete faith in Adal, don't we? Oddly enough, it's saying it won't cost me anything, but we all know it will cost me quite a bit. I'll take your war reparations as well, and might as well take your money whilst we're at it. It's not like you have any friends. And everybody wins. Again, stomp down that autonomy and get that core going. Now, even when a colonist arrives, it's not going to allow this to trigger for Graf Rinet, because another one of the triggers is it must have 200 population, so what a shame. But we've got to roll with the punches here. If I cried over it, then I would be just the kind of scrub that I hate. So what should we worry about here? Potentially our nationalist uprisings. From Pate, because they're going to be the next ones coming. Our manpower is so-so, so we can deal with that. We can also start integrating you, although you do have better mill tech than I do. Could use your troops quite a bit. Can anyone remind me if you need positive stability to westernize? Because if you don't, I'm just going to spend my stability, get my stability up right now. Otherwise, I'll wait it out. Remember, tag me with DDR, Jake, so it highlights the chat. Makes it a lot easier to read. A lot easier to read. Remove Warsangali, don't tempt me. This, however, is great. Colonize the Bourbon. That's going to dramatically increase the speed of that other colony finishing, which will allow us to westernize. Jake, you do. Okay. Bring in marriageable women. Abandon the colony at once. One of the better quotes I've ever heard about me never having said. There we go. That should take care of our rebel factions to a reasonable degree. Not worth the money. DDR Jake, are you going to take quantity this run? When don't I take quantity? It is the best idea group. Bar none. Okay, so how's our money looking? I've never had to pay reparations before, but there we go. 2.25 go to Castile, but only for 10 years. Frankly, I don't care. I also don't want this colony to be building up like that, or do I? You know, it's not long until you finish anyway. 40 per year, so really only 2 years till you're done. Maybe I should colonize Bourbon. No, it's got to be you. God wills it. Remove Warsangali, fortified Togtier. Oh, I'll take it. It gives me free manpower. And when I get quantity, that's going to be a big thing. Yeah! Also, I really hope that this 51-year-old theologian lives to see us through Westernization. Bear in mind, I've already got like +10 unrest everywhere from the earlier increase of, well, decrease of autonomy that I did. Otherwise, we're just going to have to tank some rebels for a while. But that's okay, we can survive that. I'm actually going to fabricate a claim on you for a good reason. I'm also going to wish I never married you, but our ruler is 41. I'm sure he'll die soon enough. Discovered straight away. Aggressive expansion seems really pulled back in this expansion. Probably for the better. Now, you two. I still want the shekels. So please give me the shekels. You there are protecting Gulf of Aden. So you two merge up